If you're struggling to take your business to the next level because you don't know how to create a content strategy for success, you're lacking the sales, you're lacking leads in your business. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you a content strategy that I feel could work for any business. And that way you can take your life to the next level while creating impact for people in your community. Stay tuned.
Class is in session, only right that you stay in your seat. Opposition straight.
When it comes to creating a successful content strategy, we have to put three things in perspective when starting any goal. The first thing is actually setting the goal. The third thing is the formula you need for success. And then lastly, we want to develop our why in the process. So let's get into those three things. So the goal for me and my content strategy in my business is to focus on content creation. You can be the world's best kept secret. And what I mean by this is that if you have a product or service, if not a lot of people know about it, how great are you? If you're not putting out content, people don't even know you exist. And this is the problem that a lot of people have. The second thing is that you have to have a formula of success. In my content strategy, I talk about motivation, education, and sales. The third thing I want to talk about is your actual why. Why are you even doing this? Why are you even starting a business? Why are you doing anything in your life if there's no why behind it? And it's not about just for the sake of it being cool, it has to mean something to you. And so the why behind what I'm doing is that I want to drive attention that builds trust among my clients because I know in business, people gravitate to who they know, like, and trust. So therefore, we have to create a blueprint for success. So let's get right into the content strategy. I learned a lot of this content strategy from the infamous Gary Vee. He talks about having pillar content, which is the main content that drives to all your other platforms. And so he's broken down teams of this, how he does it in his business. So I figure I would implement the same thing in my business and really push the things that have been helping me in my business. So YouTube is the pillar content. It is the top content where I educate, motivate, and sell people on transformation in their business. And when I teach these types of lessons like this, I can then extract that from the top and then break it down into my sub platforms, which is IG, Facebook, and Threads. The reason why I even got to this point is because as an entrepreneur, sometimes you have to overdo it in order to simmer down to the simplest level that works for you. Because one thing people aren't going to tell you in business is that simplicity is everything. So I took the liberty of making this for me. And that way, people can really see that, oh, content isn't that hard. It doesn't feel like homework. It doesn't feel like a task. It feels like something that I can actually do. And so we have to understand the communities that we're in. IG, Facebook, and Threads are very different communities. So whatever platforms that you're on, you have to determine the nuances of how the communities work. There's so many social platforms out there that you can take advantage of, and that it's up to you to be able to cultivate what you want on those platforms and how you want to deliver value in those communities. So for me, what do we actually post on social media in order to attract the people that we want? IG is more of the highlight reel. So on here, we want to post the best moments, no matter if they're good or bad, in order to motivate people and give them that quick boost of energy. So that could be through quotes, client success, testimonials, softwares that you're promoting, ebooks. It could be flyers. It can be music content, it could be anything that you want it to be. Content is really what you make it. But Facebook is a different type of community, right? This is where you can kind of build that referral network, because Facebook is a lot more transparent. In order for you to build yourself up, tell a story, and really get into your bag in order to deliver value, people tend to read longer posts on Facebook, especially when things are good and they feel good to people. That's what Facebook cultivates. Another thing that I like about it is that you have the ability to network in groups. Unlike any other social platforms, this is very big because not only can you build your own community within a community, it essentially will snowball on itself if you're delivering value, and then people tend to tell people about your own community that you can monetize on. And you can kind of do the same thing on IG. You can post flyers, products, anything like that in any graphic format. And then I use threads to actually build connection on a different level. Threads is a very interesting sub platform of IG where people can post all different types of things. Um, you can network on there. As more of a just kind of read status type of platform, but it has cool features of posting pictures, um, putting voice messages on there, which I think is very cool. And that way people can interact with you or feel like they're in the room with you because you can talk directly to them. And this is the content strategy that I use for success. And anybody can do this. Anybody, no matter what business you're in, can do this model. You just have to break it down into subcategories. And then the most important part of this formula is actually scheduling the content out, so that way it is deploying itself. But none of this will be possible without having daily goals. I really take pride in some of the goals that I set for myself, and you set them very simple for yourself. I wake up with gratitude each and every day. I choose to engage with people on social media because, after all, it is social media. So we have to show people love. We have to be able to cultivate a community and build trust among people, because without people, there is no business. And businesses ultimately impact the communities around them. So it is a forever revolving cycle. Another thing that I'm taking pride in as far as goals is working out, eating healthy, and being the best dad that I can be. Because at the end of the day, the why, what are you fighting for? So that is the blueprint that I'm using for success in 2025. And I do think that following this will give you unlimited sales, unlimited leads, as long as you're consistent. So if you got a lot of value out of this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It truly helps the channel. I thank you guys for tuning in thus far, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
For album and problems release, you sharpen your bars and set the bar, and the problems should cease. This never will happen on terrain like I'm riding a Jeep. Y'all wanna be pot.